What's going on, guys? JSGC here, back again for another football video. Today we're going to be doing my Premier League predictions ahead of match day number 17 in the Premier League. Before I do crack on with this video, make sure, like always, if you are enjoying the content, do subscribe to my channel. It is free to subscribe. Also, don't forget social media links there in the description if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter, Instagram and TikTok. Email also in the description too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorship for any videos or any general business inquiries. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up. 100 likes is the aim. Do let me know your predictions ahead of match day number 17 in the comments below. And finally, I want to say a big thank you to today's video sponsor, which is brought to you by SofaScore. They're going to keep you guys up to date every single step of the way with all the latest football scores. They're also going to keep you guys up to date with the latest match information, along with the latest statistics, analysis and all your good footballing needs, all in one place, all in one app. Not just limited to football, it's got all the sports and all the scores that you guys want to go and check out covered. So do go and check it out. Links and details there in the description. It is a free app to download, and anyone that does download using my link in the description or the QR code on screen does help to support the future content created here on my channel. So match day number 16, not the best effort from me. Got one correct score that came on the Sunday with Chelsea taking on Brentford. I had that down as a 2-1 Chelsea win. We were spot on with that one. Got two correct results. That was Newcastle beating Leicester and Tottenham beating Southampton away from home. I had Newcastle down as 2-1 winners. I finished 4-0, a comprehensive win for Newcastle, and I had Tottenham down as 3-2 winners against Southampton. I predicted 5 goals. Miles and miles away. That finished 5-0 in a comprehensive win for Tottenham Hotspur. So it was a game and a match week full of surprises. Arsenal dropping points last weekend at home against Everton, drawing 0-0. Liverpool dropped points at Anfield at home to Fulham, that finishing 2-2. We of course had a couple of derbies, including Brighton against Crystal Palace, with Crystal Palace coming out 3-1 winners away from home, and a dramatic Manchester derby with City leading that game for most of the game by 1-0. United getting 2 goals in 2 minutes right at the end, winning the Manchester derby and getting bragging rights until the two sides face each other at Old Trafford later in the season. So 1 correct score, 2 correct results, 7 incorrect. Very poor from me. Just a 1 out of 10. I'm grading myself, and hopefully match day 17 will be much better for me. So starting on Saturday 21st of December in the early kickoff at Villa Park, you've got Aston Villa taking on Manchester City at 12:30 p.m. GMT, with the game being broadcast live in the UK on TNT Sports. Is it going to be 1 win in 12 games for Manchester City? Incredible loss of form from Pep Guardiola's side, and I can see things getting even worse for them before it gets better. Aston Villa, I think, are going to be well up for that game. They're really good time, by the way, to be facing Manchester City, and Aston Villa, I think, are going to be all over that. I think they'll be too strong for City. I think they're going to come out of the blocks flying at Manchester City, and I think they're going to come out winning that game by a couple of goals to nil, and Manchester City licking their wounds once more, wondering where do they go from here, as it'll see Manchester City, they've already now just dipped outside of the top 4, even after only winning 1 game in 11, somehow find themselves right on the cusp of the top 4, and City now a little run of form, a win of 2 or 3 games, and they're going to be right up there looking good for the top 4. Not too sure they're going to win the Premier League title. I still think it's a bit too early to tell who's in the title race with any team. It only takes a team to lose 3-4 games in a row, and all of a sudden you're nowhere near where you want to be. So I think Villa's going to win that game. I think the race for the top 4 is going to heat up and get very interesting, going 2-0 winners for Aston Villa. Can Manchester City spring a surprise? Me being a City fan, I hope they can, but I reckon 1 win in 12 for City there, and there's some serious questions being asked of the team. Now moving on to 3 p.m. games, starting off in West London, you've got Brentford taking on Nottingham Forest. I'm going for both them sides to cancel each other out, and I'm going for a score draw 1-1 at the G-Tech Community Stadium. Then over to Portman Road, you've got Ipswich Town taking on Newcastle United. I think Newcastle's going to be too strong for Ipswich. I think they're going to win that game by 2-1. Again, both teams to score. I think Ipswich are going to have a real good go at Newcastle. It's going to be a really interesting game, but I think Newcastle ultimately too strong for Ipswich, going for a 2-1 win for Newcastle. And then in the final 3 p.m. game at West Ham, you've got West Ham taking on Brighton and Hove Albion. I'm going for both teams to cancel each other out. Again, going for both teams to score, and I'm going for a 1-1 draw there at the London Stadium. And then the final game on Saturday in South London at Selhurst Park, you got Crystal Palace taking on Arsenal at 5:30 p.m. GMT, with the game being broadcast live on Sky Sports. I think Arsenal are going to come out winners. I think it'll be a really tricky, very niggly, difficult game for Arsenal, but I think they'll persevere and I think they'll come out winners, and I'm going for them to win that game by 2-1. Then moving on to the Sunday games, you've got Everton taking on Chelsea at 2 p.m. in Merseyside at Goodison Park. I think Chelsea are going to be too strong for Everton, and I'm going for 2-0 for Chelsea, although Everton have just had a takeover today, so might that have an impact on what happens with the manager and the players and the performance? We'll have to wait and see. Going off form, I think Chelsea win that game by 2-0. And then at 2 p.m. as well, live on Sky Sports, you've got Fulham taking on Southampton at Craven Cottage. I think Fulham's going to be too strong for Southampton there, and I'm going for Fulham to come out winners by 2-0. A strange pick that for Sky to go for that game, but here we are. Also at 2 p.m. you've got Leicester taking on Wolves. I'm going for a 1-1 draw there. Both sides struggling, both sides looking for points, both sides to get a point. Going for a 1-1 draw. And then in the penultimate game at Old Trafford, you've got Manchester United taking on AFC Bournemouth. I think United are going to follow up their win at the Etihad Stadium last weekend with a win this weekend at home against Bournemouth. I think United will be too strong for Bournemouth. Going for a 2-0 United win, but I don't think it'd surprise anybody if Bournemouth sprung a surprise and took some points away from Old Trafford. It's the kind of season that Manchester United are having. And then in the final game in North London, you have got Tottenham Hotspur taking on Liverpool, going for a 1-1 draw. That game kicking off at 4:30 p.m. GMT, with the game being broadcast live on Sky Sports. Don't see anything separating these two sides. I'm going for 1-1 and make things interesting, not just for the race for the top four, but also at the top of the Premier League as well, with Chelsea and Arsenal making some gains at the top of the Premier League this weekend, is my prediction. So they're my predictions. Do let me know your predictions in the comments below. Also, don't forget to leave a thumbs up. 100 likes is the aim. Do subscribe if you're new around here. Press that red button, press the bell, and put your push notifications on. It is free to subscribe. Social media links, they're in the description if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Email also in the description too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. And finally, do go and check out today's video sponsor, which is brought to you by SofaScore. I'll see you all again real soon for the next video. So I've been JSGC. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope everyone is safe and well. Peace. Ciao for now.